Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. Training camp has started. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. And make sure you check out my Patreon page. Make sure you subscribe there. It's only $5 a month. Get on there before the season starts. We're going to make a lot of money. Now, and the reason why I'm here right now is because we have to talk about the Colts. And we see Carson Wentz is going to be out 5 to 12 weeks. And for me, this is a big deal. This isn't something you can sweep under the rug. This isn't something that I'm going to say Colts are still the favorites. Colts are still better than the Titans. I can't say that at this moment. You just can't, because this whole Colts season is bet on Carson Wentz. We know the running game's really good. We know Frank Reich's good. We know it's an above-average defense. But the reason why the Colts were a good future bet to win this division was Carson Wentz. And that's what you're really betting on when you're looking at the Colts. And now the Colts look pretty damn vulnerable. We were waiting for them maybe to sign a veteran to hold down the fort. Nick Foles is maybe on the trade market. Phillip Rivers has even thrown his name in there. And then the Colts come up with Brett Hundley. And that's when I'm getting a little bit nervous, because I'm not seeing the options who can step in. Jacob Eason, Sam Ellinger, Jalen Morton. And I know some people like Jake Eason. I didn't mind him coming out of the draft, but this is a Colts team that's in a win-now mode. This is a Colts team who's competing with a very, very talented Tennessee Titans team. And I think the Titans have more talent on their roster. But that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be better than the Colts. But now it looks like it's the Titans' division to lose, especially when you look at the way the Colts start this season. This schedule is ridiculous. Let me just read off these opening games. They're home against the Seahawks. They're at the Rams. They're at the Titans. They're at the Dolphins. They're at the Ravens. That's a pretty tough start. And it becomes a pressure cooker without Carson Wentz because, like I said, Jake Eason doesn't have any experience. He doesn't have anything to get us excited. And there's no Brissett walking through this door. There's no stabilizing veteran quarterback who seems to be coming forth. And this could be a suicide mission for the Colts season. It really could be. And then we're hearing ambiguities. It's between 5 and 12 weeks. Man, that's a big time frame. I'm guessing 8, 9, 10 weeks. And either way, that counts Carson Wentz out for the first 2 or 3 games of the season. And when you have an absolute gauntlet of a schedule to start the season, I don't know if the Colts can recover. On this AFC South, we know the Texans are a non-entity. We know the Texans are a joke. But I don't think the Jags are going to be a joke this year. We certainly know the Titans, they have the talent. Seriously, the Titans have the talent on paper to challenge teams like the Chiefs and Browns. Same thing with the Colts if they have Carson Wentz. But it just doesn't seem like it's going to go the Colts' way. It doesn't seem like it's going to break Frank Reich's way. It just feels like they're going to get punished. On this front office of the Colts, say what you will about Ballard, I think he's done a good job since he's been GM. We've seen the salary cap. We've seen the draft capital. He's done a good job, but he's not aggressive. Look at how he addressed this wide receiving position, or the lack thereof. He didn't even get a wide receiver for Carson Wentz. He didn't even get a wide receiver. And they're still reliant on T.Y. Hilton. They're just not aggressive enough, and I don't think he's aggressive enough to go out and get a veteran to save the season. Your season is on the line. You can't just throw in Jake Eason against the Rams and expect to get positive results. You can't just throw in Jake Eason against the Tennessee Titans and expect to get positive results. That's what the Colts are doing. They're going into this blindfolded. And even Phillip Rivers is putting his name out there, and maybe that's where they need to go. But I don't think Phillip Rivers would be okay with coming in here, playing the first 4 or 5 games, and sitting on the bench behind Carson Wentz. I don't think Phillip Rivers would sign up for that. I think he wants the keys, and I think that's what he's waiting for, to see how serious is this Carson Wentz injury. And with the Colts, you can never believe what they say about quarterback injuries. Look at what they did with Luck. Look at what they did with Peyton. They always underscore and underplay the injuries, then the injuries turn out to be dire, even career-threatening. Remember Peyton and Andrew Luck's injuries that they downplayed? And then they're out of season, and Colts fans are left befuddled. This division is not a joke. And when you put people like J.K. Eason in there or Sam Ehlinger in there, you have to be realistic and understand that you're throwing games out of your season. And we know you get that extra game this year. But the AFC wildcard is going to be more competitive than the NFC wildcard. We even saw that last year. So there's even less wiggle room with the wildcard. And when you look at how damn good the Titans are on paper, yeah, they got Mike Vrabel. Yes, that makes them a little bit weak in terms of matchups and big games. The Titans have to be taken very seriously, and I don't think the Colts are going to be desperate enough. I don't think they're going to show enough gusto to go out here and solve this problem. There's no easy fixes. Like, Nick Foles isn't a free agent. Ryan Fitzpatrick isn't a free agent right now. He's not on the market. Now, you could poke your nose into people like Case Keenum. Like I said, I think Foles could be acquired with an easy trade, but the Colts seem to be thinking more along those lines than going with Jake Eason or Sam Ehlinger, because that could desperately just kill their season. And I don't think the Colts have a lot of wiggle room because the Titans aren't a joke. And like I said, this Jaguars team is not a joke. I'm not saying the Jags are coming out to win 10 games, but I'm telling you, this Jags team is going to be uber competitive. And you throw Jake Eason in against them, the Jags could win that. That's just the reality, even though the Colts roster is good from top to bottom. Let's see what the Colts do. Let's see if Ballard is aggressive. He needs to be. Hit the like button, share the videos, subscribe. The best gambling show on the internet.